Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, it's a long story, but any of you out there that have been following me all along will know I've been missing off of YouTube for quite a while now. Well, I'll just quickly fill you in. I had a little tumour on my thumb, wasn't malignant, nothing sinister, but I had it removed going back last year, and unfortunately after the surgery it's kind of left me with some nerve damage in my thumb. I never realised how much I was dependent on my thumb for doing things, but anybody that has suffered will realise I just have found it very, very difficult, impossible in the beginning to do any kind of crafting, and it's kind of taken the enjoyment out of it for me. But I am using my thumb now, but it's not comfortable. I have a lot of numbness and a lot of strange sensations, but I've kind of learned how to do things in a different way. But I haven't really ventured back much doing any crafting. But just things like using a knife and fork, writing, cutting up vegetables, stuff like that, have been a bit of a challenge. But I have finally I feel a lot more confident now that I can do things for myself. I'm tired of asking people to help. But anyway, enough of that. I miss YouTube. I miss coming on, and I had some lovely subscribers, and I feel I had developed a really good relationship with a lot of you out there, and a lot of you have been asking me for months if I'm okay and what the story is and the whole lot. And the answer is yes, I'm perfectly fine, and I really want to come back on YouTube, but I may have to take a different route. So I've had a good think about it, and yeah, I think I'm just going to start off maybe doing some lifestyle videos and things that won't be such a challenge to me. So today's video is basically going to be just that, kind of maybe a day in the life, or maybe not a day in the life, but a time in my life. Now, like everyone else, I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have a fantastic New Year. And like many of the rest of you, I've been trying to get my house back in order since Christmas, the last couple of days basically. I've taken all the decorations down here. I do kind of go a bit over the top. I love Christmas, and I do love the decorations and the family being around and all of that. But I just find it's magical. But I have all this side of the house, so I have all this room and the hallway and the garlands and everything. I've all of those taken down, and our sitting room is upstairs because we have a lovely view of the Galtee Mountains, and we've a large window up there, and it's a lovely kind of a view. So we decided that we would put our sitting room up there, and I have a large tree up there and a lot of decorations, so they're the next thing basically to tackle. Now, I've kind of run out of containers, so I took a trip to Tipperary a while ago. I should have done a vlog, but kind of really decided to come on and do this, I guess, on the way back. But just to buy another couple of containers to fit the stuff into, because a few of them have gotten broken over the years, and I just find them very convenient for, putting the decorations in and out when you have quite a lot. So I'll just show you the ones that I've purchased. Oh, the sun has came out there. Not that I'm complaining, but it does kind of interfere with the recording, so I apologise for that. These are the ones that I've purchased. I've had these ones before, and they're I have quite a few different types. These are the ones that I like best. They tend to be fine and strong. Now the ones I have are 60 litre. They had smaller and, well, they were out of the larger ones, but this size for me is ideal because it fits quite a lot, but also I can manage it myself. You know, if they're too large, once you've got stuff inside them, it's hard to kind of tackle them. So anyway, they're what I bought regarding the decorations. Now another thing I need to tackle is, basically getting back on track regarding food. So while I was there, it wasn't a big shop, it was just a few bits and pieces to help get me back on track. So I have a little bit, I guess, of a shopping haul, and I'll show you those few bits now. Just a few bits of shopping to help me get back on track regarding my diet. There's a few staples that I find always just kind of ease me back into it. And after just literally eating and drinking everything and anything that I wanted for the whole of December, I finally popped back on the scale yesterday morning and was horrified. Well, I shouldn't have been surprised, but I found that I had gained £7 for the month of December. And well, now it's time to get rid of that again. So just these lovely peppery wild rocket crest and spinach leaves. Love them with some tuna and maybe eggs and things like that. I have a big bag of the baby spinach, and this will go into soups and curries and stuff. Just a good way of getting some veg back into my diet. And it's just a Hellmann's light mayonnaise. I love the Hellmann's mayonnaise. It's my very favourite. So regarding breakfast, the blueberries, can't go wrong with the blueberries. Can eat loads of them. And I just find them great. And with them I would be eating the yogurt. That one is just, it's a natural yogurt. It's got no added sugar and it's 0% fat. And it's one that I just love. Kind of very, very creamy for a zero fat yogurt. And then this is a Greek yogurt, not a Greek style, but it's a 0% fat. Now there's nothing wrong at all with the 10% fat, but just from medical things that are in my history, I'm better off to stick to a low fat diet if I can. And finally, just a very small little shop. Just some of these lovely kiwis. Just really tend to enjoy them. So that's my small shopping haul, if you want to call it that. But just a few little staples there to help keep me on track. So hopefully that will encourage me to get back on the healthy eating plan. I had done very well last year regarding diet. I actually lost about 2 stone. I was 60 in July, so it was a big birthday and we were having a celebration, and I wanted to lose some of the weight that I had gained during COVID. I really, I had been going to Slimming World for a couple of years before COVID, and I had very successfully lost a lot of weight and I felt great. But during COVID, I don't know whether it was comfort eating or what, but I was making all sorts, breads and pastas and everything. Because I live in the middle of the countryside here, so there isn't a lot around. So other than taking the dogs out for a walk and going for a food shop once a week, that was kind of it. So I spent my time, I think, eating and drinking and having a great time, but putting on a lot of weight. But anyway, as I said, I gained £7 over, not the Christmas, over December. Because I don't know, it just tend to go wild once the 1st of December happened. Myself and my daughter had booked a trip away, and a spa and a hotel break, and that kind of was the start of it. So it just all went downhill after that. But I've had a lovely time. We had another Christmas night away, and myself and my husband stayed on for another night, and lovely party. And then we've had family over the Christmas period, and it's all been lovely. It really has. But enough of that, and I really want to get back down. Well, I want to lose that half stone, and I want to also, I'd love to maybe lose another 1.5 stone this year, and I think I'd be happy then with that. Don't need to be skinny. I'm only 5'1", and I've always struggled with my weight, really. Not as a child, I wasn't overweight, but excuse that sunshine again. I guess as a young adult, yeah, I've always suffered one way or another with weight, and have successfully lost it on many occasions over the years, but never really been able to maintain. And I know that's a lot of people find that difficult. But last year what I did was I didn't go into thinking, oh, I want to lose a whole load of weight. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can do something about that. So now hopefully that'll be better. But as I said, I didn't go into thinking I just want to lose, a load of weight really quickly. So I just changed small things, and basically the biggest thing for me is cutting out eating in the evening. So I'll have my dinner maybe around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I don't eat anymore for the night. Now, I have done that on numerous occasions over the years, and people call it intermittent fasting, and I guess I have been doing that without knowing that I was doing it. I just found it worked for me. Now, I don't go all day without food. I'm not great for eating breakfast. So usually it depends on what time I get up. I'll eat breakfast maybe between 10 or 11 a.m. and that'll be the start of my day. I would just have coffee before that. But I do drink black tea and coffee, so I guess that really doesn't count. But in the evening I'd have some tea, or maybe some herbal teas I like as well. So I want to get back into doing that, and hopefully over the next few weeks get rid of this half stone. Because usually I find if I've gained weight quickly, I tend to lose it again quickly as well. I don't know if any of the rest of you find that. So have any of you done anything nice over the Christmas break? Love to hear from you. I don't know whether you'll find this kind of a video interesting or not. I'm hoping to do maybe the likes of clothing hauls and shopping and just a day in the life, and generally just my life in general. They're the videos that I enjoy watching on YouTube, along with the crafting videos as well, of course. But just lovely to be back, and I hope that you won't find this too boring, but I'm going to give this a go for now. And as I said already, wish you all a wonderful, happy and prosperous and healthy new year. So take care.